Okay guys, what's up? It's your boy DJ. Captain's log. 8:30 in the morning. Taking a cruise, bam! On the Razor E200. Why do I keep on making videos on the Razor E200? Why not? Why not? I just wanted, like I said, man, guys, I'm so impressed. I probably covered maybe 3 miles so far. I'm just putzing along on the scooter. Just doing tests on it. I'm just very impressed. Not gonna lie. And this is coming from a guy who has multiple scooters, even the big bad wolf, the Cobble Wolf Warrior. And I always tell people you have just as much fun on, I think you can anyway, at least I do, on the smaller scooters as I do the bigger ones. Okay. If you watched the previous video that I made before this one, I did a speed run. Bad boy topped out at 23 miles an hour, which is really awesome. I got my wooden deck on there. Home Depot. You can go there and they got some thin plywood or whatever else. Cut the deck out, stained it, bam, there you go. Got a little diamond plate right there to cover the fender well. Keep my foot from touching the wheel, and yeah, there you go. Also, I was able to acquire an adjustable stem handlebar from an older Razor E200 belt drive system. So these parts can be interchangeable, which is really nice. I'm using a 10 amp hour COM, C-A-O-M-M, I believe it is, battery to power this unit. I would guesstimate I probably will get 10 to 12 miles off of that battery pack, maybe a little more. But this is a brush motor setup, so it's not quite as efficient, of course, as the brushless motor setup. But still, reality is most people aren't going to drive them that far, these scooters. So if you can get a scooter like this and throw a 10 amp hour battery on it and get a 10 to 12 mile range, it's really pretty good. What else can I tell you? Also, guys, check this out. This is something that I did. At first, I was going to get rid of the battery box beneath, but I decided to keep it and use it as storage. Yes. So what I did was I have a tire pump up under the deck, and I have an extension like this just in case I need to pump up the tire. I get low on air pressure. So yeah, that's kind of cool to have that under the deck. I ordered 2 brand new inner tubes. I got that coming from eBay. So I'll have a couple inner tubes up under the deck also. So if I'm somewhere and get a flat, I can change it. Then all I have to do after that is have a little pouch up here to store my tools and stuff in, which is kind of nice. So that way, if something happens, I'm riding this sucker somewhere and I get a flat, I'll be able to change the tires. So I'll have all my little tools and everything on the scooter, which is really nice. And the plus about these little old school Razors is that they have split rims. Okay, that rim right there is split, and so is the one in the rear. You just have to have your tools on you just in case you get a flat. But they're very easy to change, guys. Super easy. So the old schoolers actually did it best, because you get the M365, Xiaomi M365, and I had a couple of friends change the tire on that thing. That was a nightmare. And again, these are 8-inch air-filled tires on this Razor E200. So I'm just encouraging you guys again. Hey, pick one up, spend a little time on it, do a little modification, get your 48-volt or 36-volt system on there, and you have an inexpensive, debt-free scooter. It's not a lot of money, guys. Like I said, you can get a 48-volt controller and throttle for like $58 or less from Fast Scooters on eBay. And then after that, you can go on eBay and look up COM and get your 10 amp hour battery, or from them or from another company. Now, the reason I went with the COM battery is because I got this nice battery pack right here. Yeah, this thing will hold up to a 14 amp hour pack, and I do have the 14 amp hour battery too that I use on my other devices. But when you order their battery, you can request it's like $10 for that battery bag, and this, you can see, is very effective, and it's so cool. Say I was gonna do something crazy like go really far on this thing, I could even get another one of these and strap it in the front and have a total of a 20 amp hour battery on this little scooter, removable. How cool is that, right? Just options shows you that the options that you can have on these scooters too. And I found out with this Razor E200, I do have motor options. Now the motor that I have on there now is running a 9-tooth pinion gear. Yeah, 9-tooth pinion gear. So it's got a lot of torque. And I do have another, I pulled a motor off of a E-Zip 350 or something like that. And believe it or not, it actually fits in the scooter. I just need to change the chain link. But it's a 300 watt motor. I even put it in the scooter and rode it, and it did really good. Just the chain tension was a bit tight, too tight, so the motor got a little warm. But anyway, that was an E-Zip. I forgot which one it was. I think it's an E-Zip 350. But anyway, the motor is a direct fit in this scooter. Yeah. So with brushed motors, the bigger the motor, the cooler it's going to run. So this has, they say, a 250 watt motor, but to be honest with you, you know, you can run pretty much whatever wattage you want to run on a motor. The thing is not to overheat the motor. That's the name of the game. Do not overheat the motor. So I even have a temp gun that I use to check my motor temps. You know, I believe the danger point is like 175 to 180 as far as motor temps before the magnets may start flying off. So do your homework. And again, Razor E200 early morning ride review. Guys, yeah, I mean, like I said, I was looking at getting an E200 Light 3, I believe it's called. No, an E200 Quick. It was, I still like it, but after doing this, I'm like, forget it. I'll save that money. That sucker's gonna be like $1,300. I don't need it. I just like the fact of having an ultra portable. Well, I'm playing around with this thing, and I'm very happy with it. Doing test rides on it and stuff. And I already had this laying around. I think I got it out of somebody's garbage. So basically it cost me nothing. The scooter right here is doing great. I'm probably 3 miles or 2 miles from my, 2.5 miles, 3 miles from my house. Just cruising around on a 10 amp hour battery on air-filled tires. Plenty of torque to climb hills. Yeah, man. But I would tell anybody, I call these scooters like this, I call them 10 mile an hour scooters. That's your best bet. You know, depending on your weight. Like I'm 200 pounds. You know, I call it a 10 mile an hour scooter. In other words, that's where I'm going to try to keep my speed at, right in between that 8 to 10 miles an hour cruising speeds. And at this, remember this thing I do 20 plus miles an hour, but I just use that as a reserve. Or if you do want to go fast, just don't maintain that speed for a long time. But then again, that depends on your weight. If you're let me tell you something. If you're a light person, if you're a female or a man that weighs like 130 to 150 pounds, man, this scooter will be a beast for you. And you'll probably get a range of 20 miles off a 10 amp hour battery. Because it, you know, it really does depend on your weight. I'm 200 pounds and I got a confirmed 8+ miles and the battery was still going. So just letting you guys know that, man, these scooters can be very effective. Yeah, they're not quiet and stealth like the hub motor scooters. They're not stealth like as far as quiet like that. And the braking isn't as good. That is a downside to this scooter. You know, it only has a rear brake, drum brake. And it's effective, but it's not super effective. So again, that's where you have to be smart and ride the scooter within its limits. That's why I ride this scooter at slower speeds. I gotta get out of the fire truck's way. Slower speeds are what? Safer speeds. There goes the fire truck. Right by a fire station. Bam! So some drama's going down. But anyway, slower speeds are what? Safer speeds for this kind of scooter because of the drum brake too. You know, it's not going to stop you like a disc brake will. It's quite effective, but you know, disc brakes and the new braking really would be a better setup. But then again, this is an older scooter. So keep your speeds down and you'll be all right. All right, guys, just want to make a quick update video. I'm doing a morning cruise on the Razor E200. Again, I'm so impressed. Me doing what I do to the scooter, I will not be buying an E200 Quick 3 or E200 Light because also this thing only weighs 33 pounds. 33 pounds, that's an ultra portable right there, guys. That's really good. And that hub motor, man, the DC brusher motor, it has more torque than what a hub motor will have. You know, and plus you have the option of re-gearing the motor to different applications with different pinion gears. So that makes it a little more fun too. can get a little more technical because you can customize your torque setting and stuff by altering the gear ratio. All right, guys, I'm gonna let you go again. Don't forget, under that deck, I got an air pump. I got the little extension that will slide through that rear sprocket so I can air up the tire if I need be. And I have yet to order the pouch for, my carry pouch is going to hold my tools to change the front and rear wheel in this thing. All right, guys, I'm gonna let you go. Later.